Good morning, everyone. It's December the 10th, 2015. I just recorded a YouTube video, but they came in and they knocked it out. And so now I have to do it over again. But I would like to address these 112 children that were being held in cages in MILAB child trafficking operations. Yesterday I misspoke and said that Rahm Emanuel announced that the 18 children being held in cages in the Chicago MILAB will be moved to Milwaukee. Well, I meant Minneapolis. Milwaukee doesn't have a MILAB, but they do. Wisconsin does have 7 men who are participating in this child trafficking operation. And I've told these people over 100 times that they're being recorded while they rape and murder children in these places, but they're too arrogant to be able to connect to the truth, and they never believe me. But I can tell you right now that every man who's either raped or murdered, all this MILAB activity has been recorded. And they have this technology where they can come into our homes and right around, it's basically 9 out of 10 homes in America they come in, and when they want to know something about you, they don't need the TSA because they can just come into your home and sit there in the astral state and listen to every word you have to say. But, however, the good side has technology far superior than the bad side. And I would like to use Joe Biden as an example because he came to visit me this morning, and this is the kind of information that I see. And so Joe Biden has now raped 502 children as of today, December the 10th. The totals for Joe Biden, he's raped 502 children in his lifetime, and he's murdered 92 of them during forced intercourse. And because someone was praising him last night, I was listening to a radio interview, and someone was praising it. Of course, I have to shut it off because I just freak out when people praise these men who are murdering so many of our human children. But what they do is when they come in, just to show them that these everything they're doing is being recorded, a lot of times they'll pass information to me on the spot, which is different than collecting this from where the evidence is being kept, and it's different than reading information out of their DNA, because sometimes the beings of higher intelligence just start blurting out information to me. So I'd like to use Joe Biden as an example since he's such a horrible, filthy, lying murderer. Joe Biden has 4 residences, and he also has 14 bank accounts. And I found this out this morning because they told me, the blessed beings of light. His bank accounts include Chase Manhattan, Bank of America, HSBC, Barclays, and then others. And I asked them to do a running total to combine the totals of all of Joe Biden's bank accounts, and the total is $68,109,978 in Joe Biden's 14 bank accounts. He also has 4 residences. And so this is the kind of information that even though when these men would come into my home and I would start, they would give me the information and say, okay, well, you have 3 bank accounts and, this, and they would all freak out and leave. But these reptilian humans they're so arrogant, they don't understand what's going on, and they feel that they know everything. And I would like to go back to, because I publicly accused the Indiana Attorney General's office of protecting these men, and Greg Zoeller, who I've been pronouncing his name wrong, also, before he had only raped 3 children only, right? But last weekend, Greg Zoeller, on Saturday evening, raped a 7-year-old girl named Sara. And he is protecting, for the longest time he'd only raped 3 children, but now he's raped the 4th, this little girl named Sara. And I would like to thank you for your prayers for these children. And heaven says, they've told me a million times probably that they're going to be arrested, but they won't tell me when. But I would like to ask you to pray for these 112 children that Dick Cheney is planning to murder. He was in D.C. this morning, and I think he's on his way to Denver now. Dear, I'd like to pull up Dick Cheney's DNA for current location. Is it Langley, Virginia? Left Langley, Virginia, 12 minutes ago. And he's, where's he going? Denver. Okay, these children aren't going to make it. They'll all be murdered in the same way they normally do. And thank you for your prayers for them. Have a nice day.